Hi, this is Calvis, and welcome to another edition of the Coiffed Cafe. So I'm here at the mixing station, but there are no ingredients because I am bringing you a bonus feature video outlining a simple and affordable skincare regimen. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please comment below. If you are watching through YouTube or if you're watching through the Facebook page, The Coiffed Cafe, feel free to comment below or ask any questions. We also have a message link on the Facebook page, The Coiffed Cafe, and feel free to email me at coiffedcafe@gmail.com. Enjoy. Hey, this is Calvis, and I'm coming to you today with a simple skincare regimen that can be used for people who have sensitive or dry skin. And actually, it could probably be used with people who have oily skin. They would just tweak the number of days that they would use some of the products. So if you're like me with sensitive and dry skin, you know how difficult it is to find products or a skincare line that won't over dry your face or irritate your face or cause you to have any type of skin blemish flare-ups. I've spent over the number of years probably hundreds of dollars on skincare products that I never fully use. I have thrown away products that I've had underneath my sink or on my shelf in the bathroom that I've had for 1 or 2 years, knowing full well that the chemical composition and the stuff probably would burn a hole in my cheek or something. So it can be very frustrating finding a skincare regimen that is easy to stick to and that you don't have to memorize which product or which bottle you use and in which order. The last I would say high-end skincare product line that I used, the makeup skin specialist at the high-end department store that I went to, she literally took a Sharpie and numbered the bottles for me because I knew I would probably end up toning when I was supposed to exfoliate because everything was in liquid form and I didn't know what I was doing. She was talking and I was like, oh, wow, yes. Meanwhile, half of my cheek was falling off my face because they said it was exfoliation, but yeah, it was a chemical burn. I don't know. But anyway, so I have 3 staple products that I use every week that I feel are very good for my skin and that have made me very happy with the quality of my skin and just with being able to control flare-ups in eczema and minor acne flare-ups. So the first step in my skincare regime, like, I don't know, is it taking over the skin world regime? I'm not trying to brainwash you. I'm just saying regimen. How about that? Let's use that word, regimen. The first step that any skincare regimen would tell you to do is to exfoliate. So I use black soap to exfoliate my skin. Now, black soap can be very drying if it's used too much. So if you have dry skin and sensitive skin, you might only want to exfoliate maybe 2 to 3 times a week using the black soap because, like I said, it can be very drying. So I exfoliate with this black soap, and if you can see it here, it's very squishy and very malleable. When you wet it, it turns into like a white foam. It's very light on your face, has a nice light scent. And I also use a face scrubber. You can get these from any dollar store. The dollar store that I went to had these 2 for $1. If you exfoliate the amount of times that, like what I exfoliate, 2 to 3 times a week, the coarseness of your face scrubber should last you for about a good month. And you might be able to extend it out a month and a half if you only exfoliate once a week. You do want to be careful about making sure that these dry properly so that you won't have any mold and mildew. I don't know of any skincare regimen or products that use mold or mildew as any of their products. So I don't know. You don't want people to making a song about you like, ooh, girl, you moldy and you oldie. I don't know. I'm sorry. But anyway, so I exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week with black soap and with this facial scrubber. This is probably going to run you, depending on where you go, it probably will run you about $5 or $6. The next step that I do is I use Witch Hazel as a toner. Witch Hazel is a much milder version of rubbing alcohol. Now you have some people that use organic witch hazel, which is available in organic food stores like Whole Foods, or you can get it online. I use the witch hazel from down the street at the Dollar General store. It is 86% witch hazel and 14% rubbing alcohol. And I think the rubbing alcohol must be in there just to help with evaporation, but it doesn't dry your face out. So that's something I know that people with sensitive skin and dry skin, that's something that you're always having to worry about, how to retain moisture without having to have a lot of products. So this is what I use to tone after I get done exfoliating, just to get some of the maybe the leftover residue that might be left by the black soap. By the way, black soap is very natural. A lot of good healing emollients in there, like coconut oil and shea butter and palm oil, and there's some hemp seed oil. But now you will be able to, I don't think it'll affect a drug test with hemp seed oil. I don't know. Well, let me pray about it. I don't know. But anyway, so Witch Hazel, follow up in my skincare regimen after I exfoliate. And I will say that sometimes, depending on how much humidity is in the air, because I live in Florida, sometimes I don't even have to follow up with a moisturizer because this is not drying. It's not drying at all. And it should be good for anybody with sensitive skin. I know it's good for me, and I have very sensitive dry skin. The last step of my skincare regimen, hallelujah, is Crisco. I'll give you a minute. Let that soak in. Yes, I use Crisco all vegetable shortening. So now let me just debunk some myths. You won't smell like bacon, a sausage. You won't cook. But it's made with all vegetable glycerin, soybean oil. You have palm oil again. You have some glycerides in it. And it also has antioxidants, citric acid is in this. So now Crisco, and I've used a lot, and I love this stuff because I use it all over my body, and I also use it in my hair. So I'll come to you later on with how I use this in my hair and maybe some other videos. That'll give me another idea. Look at God. That just gave me another video idea. He's so good. But I use this. You can use it very sparingly. This is probably how much I use on my face. Put it on my palm so you can see. You rub your hands together, emulsify it. It's very light. It's very light. It's fast absorbing. This is excellent to use on your skin, all over, and on your body. But I know this is a skincare regimen. Yeah, skincare regimen video. And it's the glycerins that are in this. Now, I do want to say, if you live in the Midwest or Southwest or even on the West Coast, places where it's very, very dry, glycerin is what's called a humectant, which means that it draws moisture out of the air. If you live in very dry areas, you probably want to stay away from products that have glycerins in them because it will actually do the opposite. The moisture will leave your skin or your hair. So all you East Coast beauties, Crisco is your friend because it's very light. You won't look greasy. So there aren't any pig fat or whale fats, which is a good thing. Yes, we love whales. No animal byproducts are in this. This is all, it's vegetable shortening. Okay, so this is what I use. I follow up, especially during the winter time when the air is drier here in Florida. Then I use this, and it's very light and it doesn't weigh your skin down. So, in summary, my 3-part skin regimen consists of black soap and a facial scrub. I use this, remember, 2 to 3 times a week. If you have oily skin, you could probably wash your face with this every day, and your face will still be balanced, and it won't, over dry you. Normal skin, I guess 4 to 5 times a week. If you have dry, sensitive skin, probably 2 to 3 times a week. Then you're going to follow up with witch hazel. Remember, the witch hazel is not over drying, and sometimes all you need to do is follow up with the witch hazel. You might not necessarily need a follow-up or a face moisturizer after this step. But if you do need a face moisturizer, then you are going to use Crisco, and it's very light. So these are the 3 staple products that I use on my face every week. Together, I've probably spent about $11, maybe $12 when I don't go to the Dollar General store and get this, but I go to like Publix or something. I use like Publix brand. That's probably the cost difference, whether or not you use store brand products or the name brand products for any of these items. So I will include all of these items and their descriptions in the information box below. I hope this is helpful. Be blessed and always smile.